Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be comparing the old Hulk abilities with the new buff abilities that he has now that I just saw last night. And so I'm just going to read the original abilities, and because they're super short, just to give you an idea what we're working with the current Hulk, and then we'll compare it with the new abilities, the post-buff Hulk, okay? So Hulk's signature ability is that he gets stronger as he loses health. This is just my level 80 rank 1 6-star Hulk. So he gains about 2,000 attack based on lost health. When he's attacking or getting attacked, he's a 12% chance to gain a buff that increases his attack by 766. And his passives, as health is lost, the chance to trigger a fury increases up to 50%. And an enhanced immune system makes him immune to poison. And special attacks, there's not even specific special attacks, it's just special attacks. All his special attacks do the same thing. 85% chance to stun the opponent for 2 seconds. The duration of the stun is increased by 1 second if he has a fury on. Oh, well, for each fury. Alright. And then last but not least, when dropping below 25% health, Hulk gets ready to smash his opponent into the ground, gaining a massive fury for 8 seconds, which increases his attack by another 2,107. All right, that's the old Hulk abilities. Now what I want to do is bring up the new abilities and compare them to the old ones so you can actually see how much of an impact or a difference that these new abilities are going to have. All right, so let's start comparing the abilities of the buffed up Hulk with the old Hulk. And you can really see a difference here. So we're going to start with the signature ability, the Awaken Ability. When Hulk enters Gamma Rage or he strikes the opponent while it is active, he gains an unstoppable passive for about half a second. He gains up to 220 physical resistance and critical resistance while unstoppable based on missing health. Potencies for both are reduced by 50% against skilled champions. So with this Awaken Ability, you might actually say the old one's better. But as we continue to read, you'll see that they actually implemented the fury or the damage increasing into his base kit, an Awaken Ability needed. So always active abilities. Obviously, he's immune to poison still. Gain up to 80% degeneration resistance and 1500 attack rating. This is a rank 3. These abilities are from a rank 3 Hulk. 1500 attack rating based on missing health. All right, so not only do you get the increased attack, which is a little less than the old one, you'll also gain up to 80% degeneration resistance, which can be really good against mystics because there's a ton of them out there. We know this. When striking an opponent inflicted with a stun, reduce their combat power rate by 20%, and that is doubled when he's in Gamma Rage. All right. Now, as you can see before, there's almost nothing for his abilities, and we're not even done with these abilities yet. Okay. We're going to move down to the Fury. Fury max 20. You can have 20 of these. Hulk's Fury passives. Their passives grant 300 attack rating for 2 seconds unless otherwise stated. Their ability accuracy cannot be modified except by Hulk himself. So they can't, ability accuracy cannot be reduced on this guy, and they're going to happen. When hitting the opponent, 50% to 80% chance to gain a Fury passive based on missing health. So the lower your health, the higher the chance to get a Fury. When struck, 40% to 70% chance to gain a Fury based on missing health. Again, while you're hitting him, he's going to get a better chance of gaining these Furies, 40% to 70%. When struck, if Hulk loses more than 10% of his max health, gain 5 Fury passives, and all of Hulk's personal Fury passives are paused unless he's in Gamma Rage. Then they fall off one at a time. So these are constantly stacking Furies, and then he's going to hit Gamma Rage, and then they'll start falling off. But during Gamma Rage, striking an opponent with a heavy attack while he has 5 or more Furies inflicts stun for 2 seconds and triggers Gamma Rage. When Hulk has 15 or more personal Fury passives, he automatically enters Gamma Rage. And while in Gamma Rage, if Hulk would gain a personal Fury, he would instead inflict a physical vulnerability debuff, reducing physical resistance by 113 for 3 seconds. Max 20. While Gamma Rage is active, pause all trauma and physical vulnerability debuffs on the opponent. So basically, you're stacking up these Furies, you're going to enter Gamma Rage, and then you're going to stack up the physical vulnerability debuffs and just lay in to your opponent. Gamma Rage ends when Hulk has no personal Fury passives and then goes on cooldown for 10 seconds, which is not actually that long. And based on his playstyle, you're just going to be getting this probably all the time. It feels like all the time. So let's take a look at his specials real quick. Now remember, his old specials all did the same thing. All inflicted a 2-second stun with an increase of 1 second if you had a Fury. And now each of these special attacks do something different now. So on special attack 1, the last hit inflicts a stun debuff for 4 seconds and duration increased by 100% with Gamma Rage. That means a 8-second stun. Each time the stun activates, it's reduced its duration by 40% until the next time he activates Gamma Rage. So while you're in Gamma Rage, you can have an 8-second stun, and by the time it ends, it'll be reduced by 40% each time you use it. I think this is a way to counter the stun lock that Hulk can do. Hulk can actually do a pretty solid stun lock. Sometimes like 3 combos worth of stun, maybe 4 if you have the, I think it's Stupefy Mastery. So I think this is just their way of countering that, of balancing that. His special 2, the last hit inflicts a trauma debuff for 3 seconds for each personal Fury passive currently on Hulk. Trauma causes all hits to deal an additional 5% of the damage as a burst of physical damage, max 20. So you could put a max 20 trauma debuffs and be doing 5% extra damage for each after your special 2. So that's going to be pretty disgusting. The damage is actually quite insane on that. And then special 3, if Gamma Rage is not active, gain 10 Fury passives. If Gamma Rage is active, inflict a physical vulnerability debuff, reducing physical resistance by 8600 for 3 seconds. So this one, you can kind of pick or choose when you want to activate this. Do you want the 10 Fury passives while you're not in Gamma Rage, or do you want to, are you already in Gamma Rage and you want to put on a physical vulnerability debuff to just increase your damage even more? You can do that too. So it's kind of up to you. As you can see, they're going all out on the Hulk buff, and I love it. But just keep in mind, before you start ranking up your Hulks, this can change. It's a work in progress. We have seen plenty of times when the beta of the buff gets a little overhyped, and then they will balance it and it won't be good or quite as good or nowhere near as good as it used to be. That's their right to do that because this is a beta and they're just testing the buff. So don't be surprised or disappointed if that happens. But right now, he looks pretty crazy. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any gameplay because this is the gameplay is for the content creator program right now only. So I'll send a link in the description below where you can watch the actual gameplay of him shredding opponents on Seaton's channel. Highly advise you go and do that to see just how good he is. With that all being said, what do you think of the buff? And do you think it's good? Do you think it's too good? Do you think they're going to nerf it? What interactions can you see playing out with Hulk in his new kit? And if he releases like this, where do you think he'll end up on a tier list? Otherwise, if you want more content like this and more crystal openings, please think about subscribing. I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all take care. Peace out.